Today, the Oakland A's head into a big series against the Texas Rangers. This one could decide the division. 3 games right here. The A's up 1.5 games. If they sweep the Rangers, they'd be 4.5 games up with only 4 to play. Yuri Perez takes the hill in game number 1 against these Texas Rangers. He's 12-10 with a 3.50 ERA, a 1.28 whip. He opposes Jack Leiter, who is 9-11 with a 4.04 ERA and 1.40 whip. Daniel Susac in the bottom of the second with a runner on second base gets a base hit right up the middle into center field. Runner coming home all the way from second, and there is Evan Carter scoring the leading run. Marcelo Mayer in the bottom of the second. They are not out of this inning yet, and Mayer puts it into the left center field gap, and that will have Mayer on second base. And look at this, runner coming home. Mayer probably could have went to third, but he doesn't. Carlos Castaneda in the bottom of the third gets a base hit into center field. That scores another Oakland run. They're up 3-0 at this point. Here's Evan Carter into the left center field gap. It's a popular gap for these lefty hitters, just going the other way with it into the gap, and Carter 2 seconds scoring a couple of runs. A 2-run double for him makes it 5-0. Here's Corey Seager striking out in the top of the fourth with a chance for Texas. Luis Gonzalez strikes out as well. He couldn't hold up on the check swing. Sam Huff at the plate in the top of the 5th inning. Evan Carter, some nice center field play. Unfortunately, the tag-up attempt is good, and Texas gets a run home. Those uniforms are beautiful, but the game is not for Texas, as Marcelo Mayer takes it into right field all the way up against the wall. And Mayer with a couple of doubles in this game. Bunch of runs driven in. It's 8-1 at this point. Luis Gonzalez takes it the other way into left field, and Carlos Castaneda cannot get to it. So not only 1 run, but 2 runs trying to cross the plate here. Mayer's throw to the plate is not in time. It's an 8-3 ball game when Vladdy Daddy comes up and just bullies the Texas Rangers by hitting a 2-run shot with 1 on and nobody out. In the bottom half of the 6th inning, it's his 32nd home run of this regular season, traveling 436 feet off Cal Quantrill to hand the Oakland Athletics a 10-4 win in the first game of this big 3-game set. So we move into the second game of this huge 3-game set, and the A's really looking to sweep it. Legul on the mound. He has a real shot at Rookie of the Year here. Dustin May, 10-8 on his season with a 3.72 ERA. The big money pitcher, the tall and redhead pitcher, up against Manuel Tavares, taking it the other way into that famous left center field gap for these Oakland A's. They do a lot of damage there. Tavares gets to second, and he gets a few across the plate. It is 3-1. When we get to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Julio Nivar, we're going to do the tongue roll, the old Spaniard, hitting that one out to right field, and that one is gone. His 27th home run of the season, traveled 383 feet off of Dustin May, and the rest of the game goes swimmingly for the Oakland Athletics. They win it 6-1. So we move into the PCL Championship for the AAA Las Vegas Aviators, taking a break from that Rangers series as this one was played on the same day. Ryan Dwyer on the hill, and look at this, facing our old friend Bucky Carver. Remember Bucky? He used to be here to, well, you know what he was here to do, but now he's here to fly out to right field, and we get through the first inning. Reese Nair is the starting pitcher for the El Paso Chihuahuas, who oppose us here in this PCL Championship. Jeremy Johnson into the right center field gap, pulling the ball. That scores not only 1, but it's going to clear the bases up here with Johnson on second base. 2-zip Vegas. Kevin Hairston trying to add to it in this first inning, and he takes it into that right center field gap with a nice pull hit as well. Another double. That's an RBI double. Nicky Seibel in the bottom of the first. He will be the one to hit it out to left field. He was acquired in that trade with the Yankees, and that will be a sacrifice fly for Nicky Seibel to score the 4th run in the first inning. Big lead. Bucky Carver up with the bases loaded, and Bucky this time is here to, well, you know what he's here to do. And he gets an RBI as well. Diamond Kush, the 19-year-old closer whom we traded for, here he is, and there's the Grounder over to third, which will start a double play ball, and that would get him out of the 8th. He's coming in for this 5-out save. I know that's not probably the smartest thing to do as he walks the leadoff runner at the top of the 9th. And then Kevin Smith gets a single right past Manuel Tavares. 2 on, nobody out. The winning run or leading run at the plate, and Colby Gaynor is able to turn 2. And just the runner on third for Pedro Martinez, not the pitcher Pedro Martinez, because the hitter's not that good. And there is Diamond Kush with a 5-out save, winning the PCL championship for the Las Vegas Aviators, and that will send them to the AAA National Championship. They'll either take on the Norfolk Tides or the Nashville Sounds in that game. The Texas Rangers and the Oakland Athletics in the third game of the set. He's going for that all-important sweep. This is for the division title right here. Boat Buttersworth on the hill against Owen White and Jason Gibbons with an early solo shot. Here's Reynel Delgado, the spot player, as he is our utility guy, and he hit that strong. Could have went over the wall, just fell short, but it is an RBI double for him. Here's Jason Gibbons, and Gibbons rolling it into that right center field gap. A pull hit for the lefty, and he gets onto second with an RBI double as well. 3-0 Oakland. This game just starting very well. Here's Vladdy Daddy with a base knock into left field, and that makes it 4-0 for Oakland. Here's Bo Buttersworth pitching in the top of the 4th, and this one gets away from Castaneda, and that is going to score not just 1, but the second run here at the plate, not in time on the throw. Here's Justin Foscue. He'll go down swinging, though, so Bope gets through that 4th, only giving up a couple. But a 2-run shot for Joe Adell ties the ball game up. And then on the other end, it's Gibbons hitting his 2nd homer of the ball game. And then Garrett Crochet closing it out 6-4 as the Oakland A's do get the sweep of the Texas Rangers. Damon Stallings up with the win. Garrett Crochet his 42nd save of the season. So, with the division all but a formality to secure, we go to the AAA National Championship, where the Norfolk Tides are hosting against our Las Vegas Aviators. Albert Ragsdale taking the hill for us, the 20-year-old. Nicky Seibel in the top of the 2nd inning. 2 runners on and nobody out. He is able to drive home 1 as Hairston scores from second base. Here's Chad Huber, and he's looking to keep the rally going, and the diving attempt is no good out in left field, so Huber going to end up with a 2 RBI double. 3-0 Vegas. So Ragsdale with the run support, getting the strikeout in the bottom of the 2nd of Zach Ashford. Then there's Dom Nunez. He swings and misses. With 2 runners on and now 2 outs, it's JP Paul, and he sits there looking. He does not like the call. He's very disappointed, but that was by far a strike. A 2-run homer for Gillett makes the game close, and then in the bottom of the 4th, it's JP Paul. That one he doesn't agree with either, but it doesn't seem like he agrees with any call. Here's Dietrich, and the throw on to first will end the 4th inning. So through 4, 3-2. We go to the top of the 5th. Colby Gaynor Jr. hitting 1, and what a grab out there in right field. That is the Beaver, Dylan Beavers, with a diving play. Impeccable defense, and it keeps the Ties in the ball game. So Henry Magana, the 21-year-old reliever, coming in to pitch for Vegas. He gets Hank Gillett swinging and missing with the bases loaded. Big time for him to come in. Here's Perry Riley with a little dribbler to third. Hairston on to 2nd, and we are through 6. Dom Nunez swings and misses, and it gets us through 7 in this one. We go all the way to extra innings. Kevin Hairston with a single into right, and that is the leading single, and it's Diamond Kush. He's already closed out the PCL title. He's looking to close out the AAA National title. He gets Alex Call swinging and missing with the free runner on second base. Here's Zach Ashford, and the curveball gets him. Little trouble with the curve. Here's Dom Nunez just sitting and looking at a fastball right there in the zone. And the Las Vegas Aviators won 2 national championships at this point in a row. After not winning for the longest time, they're now starting to get dominant as they have won the AAA Natty. So with the sweep against the Rangers, the A's are up 4.5 games now with 4 to play, so the division is indeed locked up. The A's finish the season at 97-65, and they will await the wild card round winner. The Rockhounds in AA will take on the Arkansas Travelers for the Texas League Championship. Manuel Tavares had a solid .301 average, playing every single game this year, and he hit 30 dongs, driving in 105 runs. Vladdy hit .310, which may not win the batting title, but along with his 32 homers and 112 ribbies is quite a good season. Marcelo Mayer was slightly disappointing for as much as he did play this year. Givens took a tiny step back in average, but he hit over 30 bombs for the first time in his career. Miller ended up with 25 homers, Nivar with 27, and Stevens with 20. Soderstrom was a bit disappointing, Hoffman was injured a bunch, and Castaneda may need a bigger role on this team next season, with him hitting .293 and 14 homers in only 75 games. Delgado, Carter, and Susac were all very serviceable in their bench roles. Early Legul has a real shot at that Rookie of the Year award, pitching over 200 innings to a 17-7 record and a .386 ERA with a 136 whip. Yuri Perez had a decent enough ERA. Dino Valenzuela missed some time and is still out, but wasn't pitching really well this year. Roy McBride was amazing, and he was rewarded with that contract we gave him midseason. Jebediah Pimpersheem was solid in the pen. Roger Feliciano didn't have the best half season, but it was no worse than the pitchers we traded away. Cody James did well in his debut half season. Xavier Klink was terrific in the pen, and Garrett Crochet did a nice job closing games out. Colby Gaynor was a bit disappointing. Oh, and Bope Buttersworth, he pitched really well in his time in the majors, and he'll be on the playoff roster as well. This year, the Yankees make it back to prominence with 88 wins and an East Division crown. The Rays make the wild card. Royals did not blow the Central this year, and the Tigers get a wild card spot. Obviously, we win the West, so the Rangers will get the top wild card positioning. In the National League, the Braves are tops in the majors with 110 wins coming off of a World Series championship, so the Marlins get stuck with the wild card. The Cubs win the Central with only 84 wins, and in the West, the Dodgers take it with 102 wins, as the Padres and the Diamondbacks will make the wild card. We will face the winner of the Rangers versus Rays wild card matchup. Any playoff predictions? Put them in the comments. The next episode, we will get into the ALDS, as well as see if the Rockhounds can win their 6th Texas League championship in 7 years. Thank you for the incredible support, and thank you channel members for going above and beyond with your support as well. In case nobody has told you today, FG fam, I love you all.